Good afternoon, respected sir and my dear friends. According to today's lecture topic, that is the India-Canada relationship. Firstly, friends, I would like to divide the topic mainly into three parts. First one is the introduction, second one is the trade and the economy, and the final is the conclusion and the way ahead. Now, starting with the introduction, as India and Canada shares a strategic partnership between both of the countries, but in the recent decades, there has been a significant improve in the relation between both of the countries, as there were many MOUs and the agreements signed between both of the countries. And also, Canada is the home for 1.2 million persons of the Indian origin, which comprises of more than 3% of the total population. And also, my friends, when it comes to the political point of view, it also has been improved in the last decades due to the many bilateral talks between both of the country. And also, PM Jane visited in 2003, and the PM Paul Martin visited in India in 2005. And when the Prime Minister Steve Harper visited India in 2009, there were the MOU signed between both of the countries on the joint study of the feasibilities of the comprehensive economy partnership agreement, and also in the field of the energy cooperation. And also, when the Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh visited Toronto in 2010 during the G20 summit, on that time, on 27th June, there were the agreement signed between the India and the Canada of the nuclear cooperation. And also, there were the three MOUs signed between both of the countries. First one is in the mining, second one is in the culture, and third one is in the higher education. And also, in 2012, Prime Minister Harper visited India, and there were the three agreements signed between the both of the countries. First one is the MOU of information technology and electronics. Second one is the MOU signed between the DRDO and the York University for the advancement in the defense. And third one is the social security agreement. And also, my friends, coming towards the trade and the economy, yet there has been an improvement in the trade between the both of the countries. That is, in 2010 it was 4.2 million Canadian dollars, and in 2014 it was 6.4 million Canadian dollars, but it was not too potentially that much good. And the thing is that India comprises only 0.6% of the total trade of the Canada. And also, the most of the things that are being transferred from India to the Canada is the just the precious stone, jewelries, textile, clothes, etc. And also, the cumulative Indian FDI in the Canada, according to the Canadian statistics, was 3,900 plus $1 million. But on another hand, the Canadian FDI in India was just 1,128 million Canadian dollars. So, coming towards the conclusion is that there is a long way ahead on which both of the country have to talk bilaterally and come to the conclusion for the benefit of both of the countries. And both countries are concerned about the education system, advancement in the technology, and the defense sector. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shaurya Pratap, and I'm here to speak on the topic India-Canada relations. Before moving on to the current topic, that is between these two great democracies, I would like to first include the history as well as background between the two democracies. Starting off with the history, I would first tell that in previous decades, the relation between the two countries has been strengthened, and there has been numerous agreements done between the two countries, which basically accounts for energy, trade, and civil nuclear deals. Along with these, the Canadian pension funds has also promised that it will invest in India of around US dollars 55 billion. In 2019, the merchandise trade between these two nations has been of around 10 billion US dollars, which is expected to grow in the next decades. Out of 330,000 immigrants application in 2019, Canada only accepted 85,000 of them, and among them as well 25% were Indians. A quarter of million of students studying in Canada as are now spending around $5 billion on their studies as of 2019. Along with that as well, India has a considerable amount of members in Canadian Parliament. That is, there are 22 members that are of Indian origin out of 338 members in the Canadian Parliament, 4 of them in the cabinet. Moving on, the country has around 1.6 million Indian origin people, which accounts for over 4% of its population, which is a good amount. Now, the two great democracies converge on the China issue. The COVID-19 challenges has brought the two countries closer to fight against a common cause, that is China and its virus. Also, by the policy that the Beijing has used in the last year, that is diplomacy policy, by which Beijing actually held two Canadians, had brought in the outrage among the public of Canada against the China. Moreover, the Quad as emerging as of now in the Indo-Pacific, many European countries along with Canada has also provided and gave their interest to join the upcoming Quad. Moving on, the two countries has recently came to the virtual roundtable conference on the track 1.5 dialogue. It is a dialogue between the senior diplomats, official and independent experts from both of these countries. The key areas is to provide geo-economics in the Indo-Pacific region, along with strengthening the bilateral relationship of the two great democracies. It has numerous other issues that it is going to be taken care of in this track 1.5 dialogue as well. That includes government to government agreements and other issues of the world as well. Quad being one of the most important topics to be debated upon. In the conclusion, I would like to say that India and Canada, being geographically miles apart, are very close to each other and are give constant support to UNESCO sites as well as to UN peacekeeping forces as well. Both of them have a common goal and share similar aims for the world. In the upcoming decades, the bond will eventually be strengthened between the two, as the two countries have recently emerged from the Khalistan issue that emerged on the surface in February 2018. Moreover, both of these countries will have a great bond in the next decades. Thank you.